Hello guys, so welcome to the third tutorial of hello guys, welcome to the third tutorial of this series. So I'm gonna write the Ansible playbook. Hello guys, welcome to the third tutorial of this series. So in this series, hello guys, welcome to the third tutorial of the series. So in this tutorial, we're gonna implement the YAML playbook, and next we're going to execute those YAML playbook on the slave node. This all process is done through the Ansible. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna install the Docker. We're gonna implement the task of installing Docker on the slave node, and we're gonna deploy the Magento 2 on the Docker container by using Ansible playbook. So just let's start it by using playbook.yum. So very first it is started by 3 hyphen, and after that add host. So host, as I have mentioned earlier, that we have defined the slave node in the Ansible host file. So we're gonna add all host that is defined in the host file, and next parameter is become. So it signifies the other user login in the remote machine. This become tag. Next, I'm going to implement the task. So my first task is to install aptitude package. Using apt. So aptitude is a terminal based package manager. So we're going to install this aptitude package. So what I'm gonna write is apt name is equal to aptitude state equal to latest status latest update cache is equal to yes, force apt get equal to yes. So by this task we're going to install aptitude using apt. So my next task is to install some required package. install required system package. As I earlier told you that we're going to install Python on the slave node. Here we are implementing that task. So by using apt, we're going to install some system packages. So we're going to define a name, item, state going to be latest, state underscore cache is equal to yes. So we're going to install the following package. So first package is apt transport https. Next is CA-certificate. Next is curl. Next package is software properties common. Next is Python 3 pip. Next is virtual env. And last is Python 3 setup tools. So we're going to install, by using this task, we're going to install Python that is required for Ansible to execute the task. Now the next task is to add Docker key. So adding apt key URL is https download docker.com /linux /ubuntu slash jpg state will be present. Just write it down. Now the next task is to add the Docker on the repository. So this package download docker.com slash linux slash ubuntu space bionic stable. Now the next task is to install Docker Container Engine. So we're going to update apt and then install Docker C. So task will be executed upon the apt. We're first going to update cache. Yes, name is Docker C. Status latest. Now I'm going to install the Docker module for Python. So ideally it is executed from here. Name install Docker module for Python. So by pip is a package installer for Python. So we're going to specify the name is Docker. Now I'm going to pull the Docker image. Giving it task name as pull default Docker image. So we're going to define the Docker underscore image. Name is Docker. Source is going to pull this image. Oops, there's no space here. So now we're going to launch the database container, which will going to be a linked with application container of Magento. So I'm gonna separate this line MySQL database container. So I'm going to launch this task. So the name is first we're going to define the name n to launch Docker database container. So for Docker container, Docker container. So we're going to launch MySQL container, and the Docker image we're going to pull from Docker Hub is MySQL 5.6 ports. The incoming and outgoing traffic will be from 3306. State should be started. So we're gonna set this some environment variable for the credential of database. So first environment variable will be MySQL underscore root password. So root password will be admin. Admin MySQL user is root. Now we have defined the task for launching database container. Now I'm going to define the task for installing Magento 2 application. Installing and linked MySQL database container and Magento 2 container. So first we are going to execute the docker command on the slave node. So we have to define the host, same as I have defined in this file, in the upper section of the file, host and become tag and with the specified task. I'm gonna add host, right? Host to server. So host must be on the corner. So on the host, we're going to implement some task. We can define a task. First task is execute docker command in shell mode. So user, as I told you earlier, the tag of become is for defining the other user on the remote server. So it's going to be true. So specifying the user is Now I'm going to launch Magento 2 container. So just writing Magento 2 container, create container. So I'm going to insert some Docker command on the remote server. So I'm just typing host servers. So task, define a task. Task name, execute command using shell. As I already told you that become user is for defining remote user of the server. So became is true. I'm also specifying a became user, become underscore user is root. I'm going to enter the shell command. So I now define this tag. I've already defined the tag name. Last name is. Now I'm gonna enter the shell command, which is going to be executed on our slave container, slave node. Docker run -rn name Magento 2 -it port will be 80. So this is going to link with our database container MySQL. We're going to define some environment variable as well. MySQL underscore user is equal to root. Password is MySQL underscore password is admin. Also the public host is public host. We're going to copy the slave node IP. Copy that public IP. Lastly, name of the image. So our playbook has been implemented now. Now I'm going to run this playbook. So Ansible playbook. So our playbook's name is playbook.yaml -l, and we have defined the group name as servers. There we go. Oops, I have entered the wrong. Oops, that's the issue. Issue. Another issue. Now our playbook is running. When the packages are installed, the task is showing in a yellow that these are the changes. When the thing is already present in that slave node, it shows in a green and signal OK. So this task database container launching task is executing. I will show you that this Docker is successfully installed in our, this is our slave node. So we're gonna see the different Docker container. As you see that MySQL Docker container has been launched, and after some time Magento 2 Docker container is also launched, and they're going to link with each other. And after that we will able to see that Magento 2 is container is successfully installed, and we will able to see the web portal of the Magento 2 on the browser. Command is executing. Check. There we go. Our Magento 2 container is just launched, and it will going to link with MySQL, and we will able to see this on the web browser, the Magento 2 web portal. It takes some time, so we're gonna see some log of the Magento 2. So Magento 2 container, so this is the container ID. Magento 2 container, we're going to see the current logs by executing -f. As you see that packages are installed. When this process is done, we will able to see on the web browser the Magento 2 container portal. It takes some time because this is Magento 2 itself is very big thing. So after taking some time, our container is successfully running. Now I'm gonna check with the public IP of the slave node where this all the thing is installed. So just copy that public URL. So hit enter. There we go. Our Magento 2 site has been created successfully by using Ansible, and it is deployed on Docker. So it's a container based, and now I'm gonna create an account and will tell you about the terminology how that application is work. So I'm now going to create, my name is Faizan Ahmad Faizan gmail.com. adding some password. So in this way, I'm going to connect with my account. Then all these details are stored in the database container. Now you will see that there is a different options of account information, my order, downloadable product. So this is the template for the e-commerce site. So developer will enhance according to their requirement, and the deployment process is done same as I have done with the Ansible and Docker. So in this way, we have launched our e-commerce site based on Magento 2 by using Ansible on a Docker container. So thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.